Wisp Sports Radio, the voice of women in sport.
Thank you for listening to Season 1, Episode 2 of Bit by Bit on Wisp Sports, a mental skills podcast for athletes, where you'll learn how to level up your mental game. Hey, welcome back to Bit by Bit with me, Erin McGuire. Think of me as your personal trainer for your mind. I'm helping you change your thinking to be more effective and efficient, so you ditch your nerves in the locker room and head into game time ready to go. Last time we talked about thought replacement strategies, solution-based thinking. The big reveal was don't say don't and do say what you want to do. If I wanted you to look at me, I shouldn't say, don't look behind you. I should say eyes on me. This gives you clear direction and a goal to achieve. Today we're talking about another form of thought replacement strategy, control thinking. Control is an essential part of clearing your headspace. Thought control, emotional control, physical control, these are all parts of mental strength training. What about specifics? What about controlling the ball, controlling your horse, your opponent, your environment, your outcome? How many of these things can you actually control? And if you can't control something, what does that mean for your performance? One of my favorite exercises to do with clients is to have them make a chart with 2 columns. On one side, it says, things I can control. On the other, you guessed it, things I cannot control. I'll ask my athlete, thinking in terms of your sport, what are some things you can and cannot control? After a little deliberation, the list normally looks something like this. Things I can control. How I play. My thoughts, my words, my actions. My attitude, my emotions. Organization. Knowing where my equipment is. Is it working? Is it clean? Being on time. Preparation. Practicing skills and drills, taking lessons, dedication, hard work. Athletes will normally put some specifics relating to their sport. So an equestrian might say, I can use my stick and my spur, or I can clean my boots. And a cyclist might say, I've checked my bike to make sure it's in good condition. These are working lists, and I ask my athletes to keep brainstorming them as they learn more about their mental skills. There's usually a gray area when it comes to thoughts and focus. Some athletes say, yes, I can control my thoughts, I can control my focus, while other athletes say, well, I should be able to, but I don't always think I can. I have them hold on to that thought. We'll come back to it. Then comes the list of things an athlete cannot control, and oh, it's long. My clients will say, I can't control the weather or the conditions in which I'm playing. I can't control who my competition is, or how well they play, or what kind of experience they have. For subjective sports, you can't control the judging or the scores, and in all sports, no one can control who wins. You can't control who's watching or who's not watching. Can't control what other people say, think, or do. That includes parents, coaches, teammates, friends, enemies. Can't control the referee calls, can't control injuries, past and present. Again, there are sport-specific factors. For instance, in the equestrian sport, you have a 1,200-pound animal with a mind of its own. There's only so much control to be had. Similarly, a basketball player can't control her whole team, not even one of her teammates. A slalom skier can't control the course she's been given. Then come the heavy hitters, the past, hypothetical what-if statements. Wow. At this point, I've usually blown my clients' minds, so I give them a minute to get their thoughts together before asking them, what's the common denominator? Drum roll, please. It's you. You can control you, your thoughts, your words, your actions. your emotions, your organization, your preparation, that whole first list, it's all about you. You can't control anything else, anyone else. Next question. Where do you spend more of your brain power? Thinking about what you can control or about what you cannot? Now, it's important to note, the things outside of your control do affect you. For instance, a horse is half of the team in any equestrian discipline. How that horse behaves affects the rider, affects the results, affects the performance. The past, it shapes your present. How your teammates play in any team sport, that affects you. Weather conditions, right? We've all known them to change our game plans for outdoor sports. And, well, what your coach has to say, that matters too. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you'll likely have a response. But back to the question. What occupies your thoughts? If you can't control so many important factors, what can you control? I push my clients to revision things within their control. Some generic examples include they can't control the feedback they receive. They can't control how they respond to it. They can't control the outcome of their competition. They can control their own intrinsic factors to put forth their personal best, as well as celebrate what progress they have made at the end of their performance. They can't control if they compete on a late summer afternoon and it's 90 Fahrenheit with high humidity. They can control that they stay hydrated. I tell my athletes to take their own sport-related instances and apply this same way of thinking. So in equestrian, my favorite example, they can't control if their horse is inexperienced and spooky. They can control that they use their aids to provide a confident ride for their partner. A cyclist cannot control how grueling a race may be. She can be disciplined in how many matches she burns. A match refers to a hard effort where the cyclist exerts herself to her max. She's only working with an arbitrary, yet depletable, amount of matches. And if she exhausts her body early on, that's on her for lacking discipline. A hockey player can give her teammate a good pass and the teammate can make a bad shot on goal. Even though player A has brought her A game, she can't control that her teammate floundered. She can control her emotions and her attitude towards her teammates to boost team morale. A gymnast can't control if they're dealing with old demons from old injuries. They can control if they care for their body. They can speak up for themselves. They can keep a positive attitude. This way of thinking is incredibly empowering, and it's yet another step towards shifting away from a results-only focus. And instead, looking at the process, looking at the performance, looking at the steps, the quality that gets you to your result. Thinking about what you can control keeps your head in the game. It keeps you focused in the present moment. It's a support beam for your confidence and a foundation for mental toughness. So there you have it, episode 2, focus on what you can control. Spoiler alert, it's you. Instead of locking your attention onto things you cannot control, view the situation in terms of your own role.
Conversations from the world of women's sports. This is Wisp Sports Radio.
I hope this was helpful, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Join in the conversation on social media at Wisp Sports, all social media platforms. You can also find me, Erin McGuire, at Remarkable Athletics, Remarkable spelled with a Q, on Instagram, or Remarkable Athletic Solutions LLC on Facebook. Any feedback or suggestions for future episodes can be emailed to info@wispsports.com. Next week, we'll continue this conversation by using our newfound thought replacement strategies as guidelines for setting smart goals. Until then, thank you so much for listening to Season 1, Episode 2 of Bit by Bit with me, Erin McGuire. Remember to subscribe to Wisp Sports to keep up with future episodes. Help us turn up the volume on women's sports. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much.